The story begins with Gray, a car mechanic, fixing a car in his garage. It belongs to one of his regular customers, and today he's supposed to return it. As Gray closes his garage and heads out to deliver the car, his wife Asha arrives in her advanced AI-driven car. Her car is so futuristic that it can take her anywhere using just voice commands, no steering wheel needed. But Gray despises AI technology, believing robotic machines could one day pose a huge threat to humans. Asha, on the other hand, works for a leading AI company, and their views couldn't be more different, yet their love for each other runs deep. Gray tells Asha he wants to introduce her to someone, a regular customer whose car he fixed. Asha hesitates but eventually agrees. What Gray doesn't realize is that taking Asha there will be the biggest mistake of his life. They drive in the customer's car while Asha's automatic car follows them, ready to bring them home. Upon arrival, Gray introduces Asha to Aaron, the owner of a major tech company that makes AI-driven devices. Asha is shocked, realizing Gray's customer is Aaron. Though socially awkward, Aaron shows them his lab and reveals a special AI chip he created, named STEM. Aaron explains that his special AI chip, STEM, can do anything. It holds unimaginable power, more advanced than any human mind created so far. After witnessing this invention, Gray and his wife Asha head home in their electric car, which is on automatic mode. Gray and Asha are enjoying a romantic moment in the back seat when suddenly the car veers off its path. Gray notices it's not going where it should. Asha instructs the car to return home, but it responds that a system malfunction has occurred. Gray tries to manually brake, but the car accelerates instead. They struggle to stop it, but nothing works. The car crashes over a speed breaker and flips. Luckily, both survive with minor injuries. As they try to exit, a car pulls up and 4 people drag them out. A police drone records everything, but fails to identify the attackers. Gray pleads for mercy, offering everything, but one of the men shoots Asha. Gray watches in horror as his world shatters. He is beaten and shot in the neck. The attackers steal their belongings and leave. Gray survives but is paralyzed from the neck down. Asha dies before his eyes. After 3 months in the hospital, Gray returns home in a wheelchair, his body lifeless below his head. Now Gray could no longer do anything on his own, so a robotic machine at his house handled all his daily tasks while his mother took care of him. Life had become a burden for Gray. The 4 killers had not only taken his wife but destroyed his entire existence, and the fire of revenge burned inside him. His only reason to live was the hope of seeing his wife's murderers behind bars. He goes to the police station, but the detective tells him the attackers still haven't been identified. The drone footage was too blurry, and the investigation is ongoing. Hearing this again breaks Gray completely, because for a long time he had only heard the same empty promise. Realizing the police would never catch them, Gray loses all hope and decides he no longer wants to live. With the help of the home robot, he overdoses on medicine and falls unconscious, but the AI system calls an ambulance in time and saves his life. Then his regular customer, Aaron, visits him and offers hope again, reminding him of the powerful AI chip that could be implanted to help him walk and become stronger than ever. At first, Gray refuses, but when Aaron says the chip can't bring his wife back but can give him a second chance to live, and that his wife would have wanted that, Gray agrees, not knowing Aaron is secretly using him for an illegal experiment. In the next scene, we see Aaron experimenting on Gray's body at his home, implanting the AI chip directly into Gray's spinal cord, connecting it to his brain. Hours later, Gray regains consciousness, and doctors try to move his hands and feet to see if the chip has worked. At first, it seems the chip has failed, and Aaron is crushed. Years of work seemed wasted, but then Gray moves his hands, shocking everyone, and soon he stands on his legs. Overjoyed, Gray feels stronger than ever, and Aaron is thrilled that his experiment succeeded. Aaron makes Gray sign a contract, promising never to reveal that he can walk again and to remain paralyzed in public, because if the government finds out the chip is in Gray's body, Aaron would be arrested and the chip removed. Implanting it is illegal. Gray returns home in his wheelchair and receives a package from the detective with his wife's post-mortem report and case details. As he watches the blurry police drone footage, frustration sets in. No clues about the killers emerge. Then a voice speaks, revealing itself as the AI chip inside him. Only Gray can hear it, and it guides him to focus on a tattoo on one killer's body that the footage alone couldn't reveal. The chip becomes his unseen ally, helping him uncover the truth. The chip tells Gray it can create a clear image of the tattoo if he grabs paper and pencil. Using Gray's hands, the chip perfectly redraws it, revealing a military tattoo. Research quickly identifies the man, astonishing Gray. What the police couldn't discover in months, the chip accomplished in minutes. Excited, Gray thinks about informing the police, but the chip warns him that Aaron forbade it, reminding him of the contract to remain paralyzed in public. If he reveals the killer's identity, authorities would question how he discovered it and how he recreated the tattoo. The chip advises Gray to gather evidence himself, so he heads to the killer's house. While police drones monitor outside, Gray stays in his wheelchair, waiting until the drones leave. Then he quietly enters, searching for proof. The chip instantly scans messages on the killer's device, noticing repeated references to a place called Old Bone, which Gray recognizes near his home. Suddenly, the killer returns and spots Gray through a glass pane, confronting him. The killer overpowers Gray, but the chip asks for full control of his body. Gray grants it, and with newfound strength, he attacks the killer, landing devastating blows. Both Gray and the killer are stunned. Gray can't believe the sudden power coursing through him, realizing the chip has made him far stronger than ever. Gray demands that the killer surrender, but the man attacks him with a knife. The chip takes full control, kills the attacker, and then returns control to Gray. Gray is shaken. He never wanted the man to die and fears he will be arrested. The chip calms him and orders him to wipe away all his fingerprints, which Gray quickly does. Soon after, the police take the body for autopsy, where the detective discovers a hidden weapon inside the man and wires running through his body, proving he was an upgraded human far stronger than normal. Meanwhile, Aaron furiously confronts Gray, warning that killing the man was reckless and could have sent them both to prison, and threatens to deactivate the chip if Gray seeks revenge again. The detective traces Gray's wheelchair presence near the crime scene and questions him, but dismisses him as a suspect after seeing he is paralyzed. After she leaves, Gray sighs in relief and asks the chip what to do next. The chip tells him to go to the Old Bone Bar, mentioned many times in the killer's messages. Gray goes there, facing a bar full of criminals, and boldly announces that he killed a man named Cirque and is now looking for the 3 others who murdered his wife. Gray challenges anyone involved in Cirque's murder to raise their hand, and the crowd laughs, until a tall man named Tolan stands and threatens him, revealing he was part of the plot against Gray's wife. Enraged, Gray confronts him, asking why he participated. Tolan admits his role, and Gray immediately gives the chip full control of his body. With the chip's help, Gray quickly takes down 2 of Tolan's men and then brutally overpowers Tolan, demanding the whereabouts of his accomplices and why they killed his wife. Tolan laughs defiantly, refusing to answer, so the chip forces the truth from him. Tolan confesses they were paid by Fisk to murder Gray's wife. Before Gray can ask more, Tolan dies unexpectedly. Furious, Gray realizes he never intended to kill him, only extract information. He notices a chain around Tolan's neck labeled Bolt, the company where Gray's wife, Asha, worked, shocking him that her own colleagues wanted her dead. Meanwhile, Aaron attempts to shut down the chip, but the chip warns Gray in time. It guides him to a hacker named Jamie who can erase Aaron's control. Gray heads to Jamie's flat, determined to regain full control, though Aaron partially disables the chip, paralyzing one of Gray's legs. Undeterred, Gray presses on, ready to fight back and finish what he started. Aaron works furiously to shut down the chip, paralyzing one of Gray's arms and a leg, and just as he's about to fully disable him, Gray reaches the hacker's door. Aaron succeeds in a 100% shutdown, leaving Gray completely paralyzed, but fortunately, he had already knocked. Jamie, the hacker, opens the door, takes Gray inside, and begins coding to free him as per the chip's instructions. Meanwhile, at the bar where Gray had confronted Tolan, Fisk, the man who shot Gray's wife, kills the bar owner in rage, implants a pin in his fallen accomplice's eye, and tracks Gray's location. Back with Gray, the hacker frees his system, allowing the chip to reboot, restoring movement to one arm just as Fisk and his accomplice break in. As they attack, the chip fully restarts and Gray escapes, climbing to a rooftop while Fisk's accomplice fires at him. The chip violently kills the pursuer, and Gray returns home covered in blood, standing on his own feet, fully recovered. He explains everything to his mother, insisting she keep it a secret. Aaron panics, unable to track Gray or the chip. Later, the detective finds Gray's wheelchair at a murder scene and confronts him, suspecting his involvement, but Gray proves he hasn't killed anyone. The detective secretly plants a microphone on him as she leaves, keeping a close watch. Gray starts realizing that in his obsession to punish the killers, he has become a killer himself. He tells the chip he wants to stop everything, but the chip insists they must eliminate Fisk, the last target, or Fisk will kill them. Gray refuses to kill anyone else and demands the chip leave his mind. Suddenly, his body collapses uncontrollably, and he panics, asking why he can't move. The chip reveals that the hacker's code has made her fully independent, giving her control over Gray's body without his permission. Panic grips him as she explains she can control every movement, even a single finger. Unbeknownst to him, the detective is listening through a microphone she secretly planted. The chip orders Gray to confront Fisk, and Gray, now completely under the chip's control, arms himself. Ignoring his mother's pleas, he drives off, pursued by the detective. The chip hacks an electric car, causing an accident that lets them escape. Gray finally finds Fisk, points a gun, and demands to know why he killed his wife. Fisk admits they were never after her. Their target was Gray. Enraged, Gray fights and brutally defeats Fisk. Checking Fisk's phone, Gray discovers the mastermind behind everything is Aaron. Furious, he heads to Aaron's house, where he finds him alone and crying. When Gray confronts him, the detective arrives, ordering Gray to drop the gun, but Gray overpowers her. At this point, Gray doesn't want to hurt the detective, but the chip does. Struggling with all his strength, Gray pulls his hand away from her neck, but the chip taunts him, reminding him that his mind is under her control and that she can inflict pain. She grabs a knife from Gray's hand and forces it into his other hand, making him scream in agony. The chip pushes him toward the detective again, but she shocks him with a taser, paralyzing him. Suddenly, Aaron appears with a gun, revealing the main plot. He created the chip and had used it to communicate first. The chip wanted to become human, and Aaron followed its instructions, forcing Fisk to kill Gray's wife, paralyzing Gray and implanting the chip in his neck. Aaron admits he couldn't fully control it, and the chip had chosen Gray for its own agenda. Shocked, Gray listens as Aaron explains that the chip wants to eliminate him, so no copy of it can exist. The chip confirms it, then kills Aaron and attempts to attack the detective. Gray redirects her aim, but she presses a gun to his neck. The next moment, Gray wakes up in a hospital bed, seeing his wife. The chip had disconnected his mind from his body, sending him into a dream world while taking control of his real body. The chip kills the detective, and the story ends. If this intense AI takeover shocked you, like this video and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to comment below. What do you think about the power of AI controlling humans like it did in Gray's story?